Good morning. This is Casey Strohmayer with Michele Madrigal.
Hello.
Good morning, Women of Vision. We are here today to talk about Michele's story, but we're going to wait a few minutes for people to jump on and say hello. And
sign on, jump on.
Yeah.
Signing on might be a little safer. Jumping.
Yeah, be careful if you jump.
Yes. My brother is such a cornball. I told him I was going to run to the store the other day. He's like, "Oh, why don't you just drive?" God, the world
Good morning, Jennifer. Hey.
Hi, Jennifer.
Awesome event last night. Good job.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Good event.
Yeah, it was fun.
Cool.
Yeah, lots of energy in the room.
Yeah. We had a wonderful little powwow at Cantina, Cicada Cantina last night with some of us girls at from Women of Vision, and that was so fun. So fun.
Yeah, I got to go for a little while before the other women's event.
Yeah.
Hi, Michele. Thanks for watching. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. We'll wait a few more minutes for people to jump on.
I said this is like so cool. This whole Women of Vision thing, this whole Facebook Live thing. It's just really cool to be here because of everything that's going on in our community here in Redding. It's like I didn't see a lot of this stuff before, and now all this stuff is happening, and it's like, oh my God, how fun and exciting that we get to be a part of what's going on.
I know, and it's a perfect time for me too.
Oh, absolutely.
2018.
Absolutely. Yeah.
New year.
Yes, fellow Michele with one L. That's because we rock.
I know, and when I first met you, I realized you had one L in your name, and I never forgot that. So when I see someone else with one L, I'm like, oh, I know someone that has one L too.
Unforgettable.
Beautiful name.
Yes.
So I hope everyone's having a great morning. Are you working today, or are you do you work from home? Do you have an office you work from? Let us know where you're watching from. Are you watching from Redding, Anderson, Red Bluff, Bernie, Mount Shasta? I really don't know where everyone's from.
We're all over, aren't we?
Yeah.
All over the North State. That's awesome.
Yeah. I've never looked at that, where everyone is actually from. You'll never find a coat.
No, you right? Seriously. Every keychain I have that says Michele has 2 L's. I'm like, that's not me.
If you can see and hear us, I'm sure you can hear us okay because you're responding, but just drop a 1 if you're just now jumping on. Drop a 1 in the comments or a thumbs up. Let's see those thumbs up.
Hi, Nemi.
Hey, Nemi. Good to see you. Good morning. Wish I could see your guys' faces.
I know, right? That's the next thing Facebook needs to work on is the whole
do.
double.
They have that. Yeah, we can invite people. Where is it?
Oh, see, you learn something every day.
Yeah, I can do it on mine.
Oh,
Thanks
cool.
for the thumbs up and hearts, Nemi. You know how you can click or push a button, there we go, the likes. I like to see the
I know.
thumbs up.
I'm on what?
The screen.
Squirrel.
If you're just joining, welcome.
Bobby.
Welcome, Bobby. Good morning, everyone. Women of Vision. We are so excited to be a part of this awesome group of women. And thank you, Nemi. Good morning to all the beautiful ladies out there.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to start by reading you the mission statement for Women of Vision. How old is Women of Vision? When did we start? In June?
I started in June or July. So yeah.
We're a new women's group. Good morning, Maurice, our founder.
There
Maurice.
she is.
Good morning. Thank you for being on with us this morning, everyone. Okay, here is our mission and vision. Women of Vision is a movement. We are a women empowering women locally and globally. We connect female professionals and entrepreneurs to fuel a fundamental paradigm shift from competition to collaboration, apathy to accountability. Collectively, we will encourage powerful women to become a change agent in our community and throughout the world.
Yeah.
Here's our vision. Together, Women of Vision will promote, support, motivate, and empower each other to achieve our dreams. With a spirit of integrity and excellence, we will motivate and thrive, activating our unique abilities. By empowering each other, we will not only achieve our personal and professional goals, but positively affect our communities economically, ethically, and socially to then duplicate success in women throughout Reading and beyond. Well, I can tell you, since I've joined Women of Vision, I've improved in my social skills, doing more Facebook Lives and enjoying all the energy that the women bring to our group, and also doing more with my business. So I'm happy about that.
It's so awesome because we are changing the world. One woman at a time, one person at a time, because the more that we interact with this group and join and participate with each other, we are setting the stage for each of us to shine our lights on the world to make it a brighter place. And I just love that. All this woo-woo stuff, I've been like, woo-woo, okay. And then all of a sudden I get into a little bit more woo-woo stuff and I'm like, that feels good.
Yeah.
That feels real good.
It does.
So, yeah.
Especially being around other women, because we understand each other and we know how to uplift and just talk to each other and, tell our stories and our, hard times in our lives, whatever it may be. And we're here to listen.
Yep. And
it's really awesome. So we have Bobby, or we said good morning already. So Maurice said she will be right back. All right, so we'll get started with Michelle's story. I'm going to read it because I don't know it by heart, but Michele Madrigal is a certified breakthrough shadow coach. And as you saw in the title, her business name is Fiercely Fresh Life. Yeah. She is a master practitioner of NLP, which is neurologistic programming, MER, which is mental and emotional release, and then hypnotherapy. So,
good morning, Sarah.
That's something that I haven't heard a lot about, is the hypnotherapy part, but we'll get into that in a little while.
Yep.
I'm excited to hear more about it. So, Michele, where did you grow up?
I actually grew up in Southern California. I grew up, I was born down in Linwood, which is a little suburb of Los Angeles area. And then I've pretty much lived everywhere down there at least once. We moved around a lot when I was a kid, so I got to see a lot of Southern California.
Yeah, I heard other people say that live here now.
Yeah, there's a lot of transplants from LA. Yep. So
yeah. Good morning, Sarah and Haley and Patty. Patty, I haven't seen you in a while. I know Patty.
Good morning.
My daughters are friends.
Cool.
So how did you end up in Reading?
Well, I've been in Reading twice now. Reading has never really been my go-to place. It's been my go-to place, but it hasn't been my number one choice. It's just been where I've landed. The first time I moved here was in 1995. Yeah, 1995. The end of 94, 95.
That's when I met you.
Yeah, that was when we took physiology together. Yeah. Oh my goodness, at Shasta College. Yeah. That was so funny.
We go way back.
Oh, totally. But I lost my mom to drunk drivers. She was killed by drunk drivers in 93. And I was 18 at the time. So my dad had come down to pick up my 15-year-old brother. And he was like, well, you're 18. You're an adult. You get to decide. And so I decided to stay down there in Southern California and help out with my little brother, who was 9 at the time. And life got messy, very, very messy. So then I was like, if I don't take a step back, I'm probably going to do something stupid. And so I called my dad and I'm like, you need to come get me because I need help.
Yeah.
So that was when I ended up here in 95. And then in 98, I moved to Sacramento to finish my education, get my bachelor's degree, because Shasta College doesn't give bachelor's degrees. And that's where I ended up meeting my husband after I graduated college. We met working on the ambulance together and then started a life and children and all that other fun stuff. And then in October of 2011 was when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The end of November was when I unexpectedly lost my husband. He passed away. And I was suddenly like, crap, what am I going to do now? I have a 6-month-old, a 2.5-year-old. I'm going through chemo. I have this big giant house. I can't do it all. I can't handle it all. So then that's when I called my dad and my stepmom again, and I said, I need help. And they were right there.
Yeah, I remember when you moved back.
Yep. January 1st, 2012, we were right back here, and that's where I've been ever since. And initially when I got here, I was like, okay, I hate renting. I got to get out of here. I got to find my home. And then it was like something clicked in me, and I was like, wait a minute. Home is where I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to create that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when things started to, all this stuff just kind of started to flow into my awareness and into my life. And now here I am today.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you're here.
Yes. And it's a really
friend.
cool place to be here. Yes, I know. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I can understand about wanting to move away. I mean, I've been in Reading most of my life and thought, gosh, it would be nice to experience new areas or, just move away and start something new. But you know what? Like you said, this is your home. This is my home. And I've just made it what it is and enjoying it. You have to just make sure that you tell yourself you can enjoy your life.
Oh, yes, yes. And we are all so powerful, and we don't realize it, but we are powerful enough to create the lives that we live. We don't just have to, go with the flow all the time. It's like, yes, go with the flow. I get that. And yes, it is absolutely makes life easy. And at the same time, we have the power. I keep looking up and down. Sorry, you guys. We have the power to create that flow, just like beavers build dams. Well, we can build what we need to build and take pieces out that don't fit anymore and let that flow happen. So we get to direct the flow.
Yeah. We're in charge of everything in our lives, our emotions.
Absolutely.
How we let people affect us. People don't affect us. We affect ourselves.
Exactly. Right? Exactly.
So, Michele, what inspired you to become a business owner in your field that you're in?
Well, what inspired me to, I know, right? What inspired me to basically start my own business was the fact that, I am a mom and I'm a single mom now. So I want to make sure that I am there for my kids as much as possible. And getting a 9-to-5 wasn't going to allow me to do that. So I was like, okay, what can I do that allows me to have that freedom? And, I'd looked into different multi-level marketing things and work from home things and whatnot. And I was just like, I hate sales. Here's the product. Do you like it? Yes. Okay. No. Wasn't for me. Yeah. And I had so many of my friends just be like, well, why aren't you life coaching? Look at the crap that you've been through and come out on the other side. Why aren't you helping people do that? And I'm like, do you guys not see the mess that's going on here? How can I do that? And they're like, hello, that's what makes you an awesome coach. And I was like, oh, really? Okay, well, let's look into that a little bit more. And then, one thing I read a book. It was by Nancy Levin, and it was called and Jump something. But it was about like taking that leap and not necessarily knowing what's down there to catch you, but having the faith to know that something is there and just doing it. And so she is an integrative coach through the Ford Institute. And I've never been one to read about the author or the acknowledgments or anything like that before, but in her book, I was like, oh, what's this about? Yeah. And one thing led to another. And then it led to me reading Debbie Ford's books. Especially Dark Side of the Light Chasers. That was kind of the book that opened everything up for me, all about the shadow. And so then I looked more into that and the Ford Institute, and that's where I got my Breakthrough Shadow Coaching certification. And I'm currently in another coaching program right now, based more on the neurolinguistics programming and the mental and emotional release, which goes along with the shadow coaching, because our shadows live in our unconscious minds, and about 90 to 95% of everything that we do is run by our unconscious mind. And so the more I learn about the unconscious mind and learn how to communicate with it, the better my life gets.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm helping others do, is reprogram their minds, reprogram their brains so that they can then get what they want consciously.
So that's what the neurologistics program
Neurolinguistics programming.
Linguistics.
Yes, neurolinguistics programming. Neuro being the brain, linguistics being language, and then programming. We're programmed from the day we come out of mama, you know?
Yeah.
So it's all about reprogramming us in powerful ways so that we are creating our fiercely fresh life. That's, you know, that's what I do, is I help people create their fiercely fresh life, whatever that looks like for them.
Yeah.
So that's where the neurolinguistic programming comes in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have Rachel watching. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning. And Corey and Tina. Good morning, ladies.
And then we have Melissa. And let's see. If you have any comments or questions for Michele during our live, go ahead and put it in the comments and we will try to answer those as we go.
Yeah.
So
have fun.
Yeah. So what do you love most about what you do?
Empowering women.
Yeah.
Empowering women. Seeing them grow, like watching some of what I do through video conferencing. And when I get to sit there on one end and they're wherever they are and we're doing video conferencing and all of a sudden their face lights up and it's like, they got it. Yeah, they got it. Something sparked in them. Awesome. And it's like, oh my God, that just makes, like, I'm getting chills right now because my heart just blows wide open. It is so fun to watch someone, oh my God, yes, and empower themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
That's why I'm a part of Women of Vision, because I mean, I see most of the women, pretty much all the women that I've met so far have had such great energy. And, and you can see it, and it just makes me feel that much better.
Absolutely.
So, around that positive energy, it helps you and helps you grow.
Yes. Yep.
So that's, I do Facebook Lives on my own, and I talk about that. Like about staying around positive people. And if you're not, then you have to get rid of that. Yeah.
Toxicity is no fun.
Yeah. So what is the best advice you could give to other business owners when it comes to marketing their business in local areas? Is that something you could talk about?
My level of experience with marketing is, I'm just a beginner in learning all about this marketing stuff. I've hired a couple of women here in our group to help me do that because I'm just like, I'm like, I'm not a salesperson. I have, these limiting thoughts about salesy, and it's very inauthentic for me to be salesy in that way. So my best advice so far would be to just follow your heart. Follow what feels right for you. If it doesn't feel right, if it feels sleazy and it feels salesy, don't do it.
Yeah.
So, going out and meeting people and talking with people and whatnot, that helps me to not only get like my purpose and my vision and everything solidified in my being, but it helps me, it helps build my confidence too. So then I can be like, oh, you know what? I can take what I'm saying and I can put it into writing. So just following your heart and following what you feel needs to be said or needs to be done. Yes. Some people are like, they've got like 15 social media accounts. I'm like, no. See, he says the same thing. No. So yeah, just follow your heart and what feels right for you. Get into those feelings and allow them to be there and feel them and let them talk to you.
Yes. Listen to those voices in your head.
Except the one that tells you to eat the chocolate cake.
Oh yeah. Only the positive ones. Like I said, stay positive.
Yeah.
So Bobby says, me too. I'm not sure where that was referred to, but okay. So what is the best advice you can give to other business women when it comes to, let's see.
Yeah, we did that one.
So do you have any workshops coming up? Or
I am going to be running my free 7-day emotional awareness course. I haven't, See?
Sorry. This is Facebook Live, and we're at my house doing this, so I apologize.
And we are women of vision working it. So this is what we do. And our babies are always right around.
Mompreneurs.
Exactly. Mine are luckily they're at school. Otherwise, they'd be chasing each other around the house, and I'd be like, ah! No, I will be running my free 7-day emotional awareness course. Probably started in a couple of weeks. I have a few things to work out as far as getting the details and whatnot worked out. And I will post that in the group as soon as I'm ready to run that. And you can always visit my Facebook page, Fiercely Fresh Life, as well as my Instagram. And I'll have stuff on there too, so you can kind of keep updated with all that.
Do you have a website?
I do, fiercelyfreshtoday.com.
.com?
Yes.
Awesome.
And I love my website. I love it.
And who created that for you?
Catherine Elskin did. She did a beautiful job on my site. It is so much more me than what I had before. What I had before was cool. It was pretty and all, but I was like, yes, I'm pretty, but I'm also spunky and squirrel, so like, I needed it more me. I needed it a little bit edgier because I'm not princess anything or like that. So
you don't want to come across like that, because then when people meet you,
because that's not me. That's totally not me. I'm like, this is me. I am the F word and S word, and you gotta be just like blah, whatever. But yeah, Catherine Elskin did that for me, and then I just did some really awesome videos with Sarah. Where are you?
Sarah's awesome.
Yeah, she sent them to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love these videos. I'm like, I could use a little bit of work because I need some practice being in front of the camera, but yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah, so if you just joined Women of Vision or you're just checking us out today, Sarah and Catherine are members of Women of Vision.
Sarah Chapin and Catherine Elskin.
Yes. So Patty says, I totally agree with being authentic in your relationship building within the community. It can begin to feel very sleazy and more like schmoozing rather than the relationship building if your heart isn't in the right place.
Oh, totally. And the stronger that you can build a relationship with someone, the deeper you can go, because the relationship helps you build that safe container for you both to be able to share openly and honestly and raw and whatever, like, the stuff just comes up, and it's like, that's the stuff that needs to be heard. And if you don't feel safe enough to let that stuff out, it's not going to be dealt with.
Yeah.
And then it can't be released. And that's when the baggage just continues to accumulate. And that's what MER does. MER helps us release baggage. So that's what I love about that.
Yeah. So why would you want to release your baggage?
Because one, that's stuff. Sorry.
You can say it.
Okay. Facebook's gonna bleep me out. That it gets so heavy after a while. And wouldn't it be so much better to be able to make your own decisions instead of letting your baggage make your decisions for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we're kids, the baggage accumulates when we're kids, because things happen to us when we're kids that we don't have the capacity to understand what's going on. We just don't. We are these little unconscious minds that are running around in these bodies, and things happen, without malicious intent. Either caregivers or teachers, parents, siblings, friends, whatever. And we're like confused. We don't understand how to process it. And so then our unconscious mind is like, oh my gosh, there's pain there. We got to protect her, because that's one of the jobs of the unconscious mind, is to protect us.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, the unconscious mind sees that there's pain. I'm going to take this experience and I'm going to go put it back over here, and I'm going to set it down, and she's going to go ahead and move forward. So it allows us to get through our day. The problem is, as we get older, we have similar experiences, and then the unconscious mind just puts more on there. Okay, same pain. Oh, okay. It just keeps building and building and building and accumulating over and over and over. And then eventually we're just like, just letting it out, like just completely, we're reacting versus responding. So yeah, it was like, there was one point where I was like yelling at my kids, and I was like, oh my God, why am I yelling at my child? He did absolutely nothing wrong. I'm like, I need to go work on myself. I need to, so yeah, that baggage makes us do stupid shit. It keeps us from making those choices that we need to make so that we can move forward. So it keeps us tethered to the past.
Mm-hmm. So if you're feeling like you're stuck in a relationship or in your life, or you feel like you're doing that with your kids, I went through a breakthrough session with Michele, and she's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really helped me realize things that I was doing and things that I'm doing better now. And I feel much happier and more alive. It just, you want to live your life, not whatever,
Yeah, it's like a breakthrough session just kind of, get all this stuff off of me.
Yeah, you feel lighter and just more relaxed.
Totally.
And your kids feel it too.
That's we're like,
I have my child right here.
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
What does Tina say? Triggers from our past can rule our days.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have any stories that you would like to share of when you were little that you carried through?
Oh, the number one thing that, like Tina said, ruled my life was I had an incident occur when I was 3 years old, and I all I remember was being completely confused, totally terrified, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't feel very safe right now. So then throughout the rest of my life, more incidences came up where I didn't feel safe, where I felt very much like if I said something, I was going to get in trouble, or if I did something, I was going to get in trouble. So I would hide. I would stay small, and I wouldn't allow this exuberance that you see. I wouldn't let it out, other than in aggressive or overbearing ways. And so because I didn't feel safe, I felt like I had to push everybody away and make sure that everybody stayed over there because I had to be mean. I had to be the bitch. And, it was like, And so that became one of my huge shadows, was this bitch. And that's who I was. And when I learned how to work with her and embrace her and let her have a voice when it's appropriate, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm like, because there are going to be times when that bitch needs to come out and be like, no, you're not getting away with that. But that doesn't have to be all the time. Most of the time I can let her play, and just be like, you can go ahead and go play over there. I'm going to go over here, and we're going to help people, and we're going to do what we were put on this earth to do. That's
good. That's awesome. Yeah. So how many of you get what Michelle's saying? Are you enjoying this so far? I know that you're getting lots of value out of it, because I am.
Oh, so. Yes, Tina. Anger is definitely, Marianne Williamson, I believe it was Marianne Williamson in Course of Miracles, says there's only love and fear. And that is so, 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 so true. Because if you're afraid, that's when everything else comes out. So
I just posted a quote on Instagram by her, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's got some good ones.
So how did you come across Women of Vision?
Honestly, I don't even remember. I just remember seeing this group and was like, oh, women? Okay. And it's funny because for the longest time I was like, women are so catty. I don't want to, I get along better with men because they're just much more mellow and low key. And it was like, how limiting is that? I just had this thought one day, like, that doesn't make any sense. So I started looking more, and it kind of came out through finding my niche too in my business. So I was, looking on Facebook or whatever, and there it was. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I remember you telling me about it.
Cool.
Women of Vision. And I'm like, what is that? Is that just where women get together and have fun? That's what I thought it was. And then I kept seeing it on Facebook, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's that thing Michele told me about. A few months later, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to check this out at Sweet Spot. So I went to Sweet Spot, and I thought, oh, it's going to be a bunch of women having fun together.
Right.
I'm going to have fun because I needed to have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just went through a divorce, and needed some me time because I have 3 children. So I went and I found out that it was like a networking, empowering women. I'm like, wow, this is what I needed. This is really what I needed. And I'm so happy that I found it and that Michele told me about it. Yeah. And I kept seeing it because, God kept showing it to me online. And here I am doing Facebook Lives. It's so much fun.
Hi, Sky. I'm so glad to see you on here, girl. Unresolved triggers have paralyzed me at times and created unhealthy filters I saw through in my everyday living. And that's one of the things that neurolinguistic programming helps with is, because, the unconscious mind can take in way more information than the conscious mind can. So in any given moment, we've got like 125 million bits of information coming at us. And it's like, I'm sorry, I can't process that many. So it's like it goes into our unconscious mind for processing, but our conscious mind can only process maybe 7, 9 if we're like really focused. But we have these filters that we see everything through. We're either deleting information, we're distorting information, or we're generalizing information. So when everything comes in through these filters, that's what gives us our perceptions. Because it's like your perception isn't going to be the same as my perception because one, you're a different person and you have different filters. Just like, somebody over there is going to have different filters than either of us. Yeah. So if you think about even children within the same family have different experiences, even though they were raised the exact same way with the same exact parents, the same exact family vacations and all that stuff, they still have a different experience. And it's because of those filters. Yeah. And neurolinguistic programming can help go in and piece out the information that does get in and help us change some of those perceptions and perspectives and interpretations of what's going on, so that we can be more empowered.
Yeah. So we reprogram our brains.
Yes, exactly.
We were programmed to be a certain way when we were born through our childhood. And then now as adults, we have to realize that we don't have to live the way we were living or are living, and sometimes people let drugs or, bad things take over and just have to stop and think, is this how I want to live my life?
Totally.
No, I want to live a good life.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, there's nothing wrong with the programming that we received when we were kids. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. Our parents and our caregivers and everybody in any moment is doing the very best that they can with what they have. Yeah. So keeping that in mind, that is one of the fundamental principles of NLP is that everybody is doing the best that they can do in any given moment. So being able to keep that in mind allows us to open ourselves up to looking at our programming a little bit more deeply so that we can make the decision, is this for me or does it not work anymore? Anger has been huge in my life. And that's been a familial thing. Yes, I have obviously established my own anger issues or whatever, but a lot of it came from watching my family, certain family members, or it's even been passed down in DNA. That's been proven now too. Yeah. So being able to look at ourselves in a deep way to make the choice, this doesn't work for me anymore. So I'm going to choose something different. Yes. See, DNA has a memory. Yeah. Yep. So thank you, Tina.
What does Michele say? 10 years ago, she decided to let her past dictate future. Yeah.
Yep. Pain reminds us we are alive. Numbing out has never helped in the long term. Yep, exactly. My kids, my oldest son, Avery, his favorite song right now is Believer from Imagine Dragons. Oh. And so every time it comes on, he's like, pain, you break me down, you build me up. And I'm like, so I had a conversation with him and I was like, do you understand that, buddy? And we had a conversation about how pain is going to be there, whether we want it there or not. It's what we do with that pain that kind of dictates where we go and how we are, how we be.
Mhm.
And he was like, yeah. He's like, I could totally see that. He's like, pain sucks. It hurts. I'm like, yes, it does. He's like, but I can make the different choice, huh, Mom? And I was like, yeah, you can, buddy.
Oh,
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. I guess I'm rubbing off on it.
Yeah, that's great. We need more of you. So, any
Linda's here. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. I saw you last night, but I didn't get to say hi. So, hello. I don't know if we said hi to Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Boy, that's hard to keep track of, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh my.
it moves fast.
Okay. I gotta practice.
Well,
And there's Ashley.
Oh, hey, Ashley. You're just joining. You can go back and watch the replay. I think we're almost about done here. Unless you have any more questions for Michele.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wait another minute for you to put some comments down there. Let me see here.
Are you watching, Mommy?
What impact do you want to hear?
Are you watching, Mommy?
Okay. I have a question for Michele. So, what impact do you want to leave our listeners when it comes to pursuing their dreams?
Take action. Get off your butt. Whatever you have to do. If in any moment you suddenly feel this urge to go do anything, don't second guess yourself. That urge is coming from a place that is your true self. Just get up and do it. Fear is going to be there, and all of the negative emotions that you've ever felt in your entire life are going to show up, and you can still do it. You can still get through all of that muck and all of that mess, and create whatever it is you want to create. Fiercely fresh life, whatever.
Absolutely, I agree. I was a very shy kid growing up. I wouldn't even raise my hand in class. I knew all the answers. Every other kid raised their hand.
Well, when we met,
but
you were still kind of shy.
Yeah,
but not the same anymore.
No.
Miss Facebook Lives.
Yeah, if you're wanting to do Facebook Lives in your business, for your business, I highly recommend it because they work. You're going to be scared at first, like I was so nervous, and I didn't know what to say. And I'm not the type to write out a script and read it. I just go with it and whatever comes to my mind. So, like Michele said, if something scares you, that means you need to do it.
Exactly.
So I'm doing it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do my first live tomorrow at noon on my Facebook page, Fiercely Fresh Life. So yeah, I do have a little script and I have something I want to say, and it's gonna be perfect however it comes out.
Yeah, it will be.
Yep.
Everyone will be listening and getting value no matter what.
Exactly.
So just go for it, ladies. Who does Facebook Lives in their business? Let me see in the comments. Or
the replay will be there forever, Carrie.
Getting to know. Bobby says it's good getting to know you guys better. I was saying me too as a reply to Michelle's statement that she hates the self. Yeah. So when you're on doing Facebook
Carson's
Lives,
here with us.
Yeah. Facebook Lives, like you said, it helps people get to know you and like you and trust who you are. So.
And Linda just said that she's got a Facebook Live behind the scenes course, free online course through her website, getyourbetteraon.com. Sorry, Linda. So awesome. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to go home and do that now. So prepare myself.
Yeah, I've watched.
Always learning.
Yeah, I watched Linda's video on how to do Facebook
Lives.
Cool. It's pretty good. Okay. Yes, Carrie, you need to go live. Just do it. Today, start with
Take action.
2 or 3 minutes.
Action.
You don't have to go for half an hour.
Oh my goodness.
So I guess it's time
to say. He says it's time to go.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company.
Should I be putting my sweater on or something, Mr. Rogers? Is that what it's from? Mickey Mouse Club.
Am I doing the wrong song?
I have no idea.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed our Facebook Live today with Michele Madrigal, Fiercely Fresh Life. And I think we talked in the beginning about what we get from Women of Vision and how we like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we encourage everyone to become a member. It's a wonderful place to be.
Absolutely.
So,
thanks for joining us, everybody. I had so much fun.
Have an awesome, awesome day, guys.
Bye. Mwah.